Hey guys, welcome to our weekly AMA. Sorry I wasn't able to be around Thursday for our usual AMA last week. I was away on another trip, so I'm gonna make up for it today because I got so many bullish updates and including two major alpha drops for you guys. So you'll definitely want to stay till the end of the AMA because we've got tons to talk about and a lot of bullish updates throughout the entire AMA. Like usual, we're streaming to all kinds of places. We're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, we're on a couple different X accounts, and we are on the Abstract portal. So welcome everyone that's tuned in already, and let's jump right into it. So firstly, what I want to talk about is the progress that we've had with depth. And we've hit some crazy milestones since the last time I've done an AMA. Let's actually show that right now. Over 11,000 mints on the Depth Soul. That's absolutely incredible. I was having a discussion in the whale group. And by the way, for anyone that's not in the whale group, it's not too difficult to get in there. I drop a lot of alpha there before I mention it anywhere else. So definitely try and get your TG bot score up to 500 points. And as soon as you're at 500 points, you qualify to enter the whale room. You can just use the /whale group command to get your invite once you hit 500 points. Definitely want to be in there because one of the alpha drops I'm dropping today, I've actually already mentioned over there. So definitely want to try to hit those 500 points to get there. But yeah, 11,000 mints. Let's talk about all of the good that's come of this, and we're also going to talk about there's a minor bot problem that is going to be addressed this week. It's nothing major, but something that I do want to address on the AMA. So firstly, as a lot of I've been in the industry for over 5 years now. I've done a lot of marketing campaigns, and I can tell you it's very tough to generate a lot of interest in a project, especially when the broader markets are not in the height of a bull market. So the fact that we have 11,000 unique wallets interacting with Depth Soul and the Depth protocol is absolutely incredible. Like I said, I was talking about this in the whale chat, and I said, and I truly believe this, that no amount of money that we spent on marketing would have been able to generate this kind of user growth that we've seen. So, obviously, like, we are paying a small price for it because we did give away quite a few free positions, and they are getting I think 0.6 depth per day, which it's fine. I think that overall that's a very small price to pay for having 11,000 plus eyes on the project, 11,000 plus people interacting with our website where we can market things to them, where we have the attention. We have the most difficult thing in crypto to get, which is eyes on the project. So, it's like, I can't stress enough, like, how bullish that is that we've managed to get, 11,000 unique wallets involved in the protocol in such a short period of time. So absolutely unbelievable progress there. Incredible stuff. So I will address a bot problem. Some people have brought up the fact that, bots are farming the free mint. There's several different ways that I'm going to address this, and it's all going to be taken care of this week. Firstly, I want to say that the problem is probably not nearly as big as what some people might think it is. I've built a Dune analytics query that actually calculates a score for all the different wallets that have minted. And it's only a very small percentage of them that are either brand new wallets or wallets that, appear to be bot wallets. Like, last time I ran the query, it was something like 10%, 15% maybe. So it's really not nearly as big of a problem as what it might appear to be. There is a lot of users on Abstract. Abstract users love their XP. They love their perks. They love, getting anything for free. So, we do have a lot of really genuine users that are using the protocol. And that bot problem that we have, we definitely will address it. Just to give you guys some idea of the different ways that we'll address it is, one way is using that Dune Analytics query that I created to kind of, filter out which are the probable bot accounts. A lot of the bot accounts, they came from TG accounts that, I've been told there's a way to get like a temporary TG account or get a TG account free, but these accounts don't last. So we can, I can basically run a script to just see, which TG accounts got a free mint where the TG account no longer exists. And by TG, I mean Telegram for anyone not familiar. So any TG account that got deleted or doesn't exist anymore, that's clearly a position that we can disable earning on. So that right there is going to, solve a lot of the issue. And, that combined with the query and, we can also check the X accounts that got linked. And there's just so many different things that we can look at, and we can look at patterns as well, right? Once we identify, exactly which wallets are definitely bots, we can apply that pattern towards all of the mints to figure out, which other groups of mints fit into that category. And we can disable earning on all of those depth soul positions. So not a problem at all. So rest assured, guys, got it fully under control. But and I don't want to be talking negative so much about this, because this is really like such an incredible thing to have this many real users using the protocol. And we did it with basically zero marketing spend. It's, again, the small price that we're paying is that, yeah, there are some free users that, maybe don't intend to upgrade, and they are going to, be a little bit of sell pressure. But compared to how much money we would have had to spend in marketing to even accomplish 10% of what we've already accomplished, yeah, it's a very, very small price to pay. So we got a question on Abstract. How can we be sure the 11K wallet is not a bot? I think I've kind of already just addressed that in what I just said. But let's look at the other advantages, right? We have 11,000 people that are interacting with the project. Well, what's the side effect of that? Well, the side effect of that is we're trending number one, right? Depth is trending number one. For anyone that's been watching the trending on Abstract, it's very biased towards the Moonit launches, or Moonshot, it was called before. So those Moonshot launches that have the lock liquidity on Sakura swap, like those were typically always like the top like 5-6 trending, right? So we have depth trending number one right now. We got G Blue trending number 3 right now. Like absolutely incredible. And that's because of the raw number of transactions that we're just generating. So, again, that's, it's something that you can't really put a price on, that to just have consistent top trending. So again, just incredible stuff across the board. Yeah, okay, that's pretty much what I had to say about the free mint situation. Couldn't be happier about it. When we first launched, I was thinking, like maybe eventually we'll get to 5,000 users, or maybe we'll get to 10,000, and we've already hit 11,000 this quick. So it's absolutely incredible. Let me grab some comments here before we proceed. Well, actually, just to let you guys know about what's going to happen the rest of the AMA. Next, I'm going to talk about the 2 major alpha drops that I got for you guys. Then I'm going to talk about some other updates and what's coming next for the ecosystem. So let me grab this last Abstract question before I jump into the comments from the other channels. We got a question here. What can we do to incentivize people to upgrade from free tier? Well, I'm about to answer that question for you in 1 second. Let's grab some of these comments. I'm ready for the AMA. Deep blue and depth. Let's go. Depth is on fire. Alpha loading, 100%. Very curious what Aaron's cooked up this time. It will be awesome as always. I'm not going to disappoint. Waiting for the big reveal. Hope it includes another use case for depth. We got tons of use cases for depth planned, but don't have. Well, actually, this is actually another use case for depth, but we got other more major use cases for depth that we'll talk about in future AMAs. Let's go. Millions, what's up, my man? Sydney, what's up, buddy? Glad you can make it. Kim Munster says, awesome. Yeah, let's get into it. The trending position is absolutely great and free exposure. Yeah, it's honestly, people pay. What does the boost cost on Dex Screener? It's like $1,000 for 24 hours, and that doesn't even guarantee you number one spot. So, yeah, being top trending nonstop you really can't put a price on it. Alpha incoming. With that, let's get right into it. Let's go. All right, guys. So 2 major alpha drops. So the first one is, and again, the guys in the whale group will already know some rough details about this one. But again, to answer that question that was just asked on the abstract portal about how do we incentivize people to upgrade from the free tier? So I've just implemented something really special for you guys. And I got to give my good friend Crypto Mischief, I got this idea from him, from something that he did in the past with one of his NFT collections. So I got to give a lot of credit to him. I probably wouldn't have came up with this idea if it wasn't for me remembering what he had in place back then. But what we've got now, and I'm just going to pop over to this other tab here. And actually, maybe I'll talk about it first, then I'll show you the docs right after just to kind of explain it. So basically what we've got in place now is a way for free users to be able to win an upgrade to the next tier up at a very low cost. And what this is going to do is this is going to basically let, let's just switch over to the docs. The new feature, it's called DeepDraw. What DeepDraw is it's basically a raffle in order to win your next upgrade. Right now, this is only active for the very first tier. So it's only active for tier 0 users, so the free users. If we actually pop over to the leaderboard, you'll see that we have quite a few free users that we want to become paying users. So we got so many positions. This leaderboard takes a while to load. So let's give it a second. So we got 96% of our user base in the free tier right now, 10,687 positions. So we want these users to start upgrading, because as all of you guys know that have upgraded, it is extremely beneficial, right? Just upgrading one tier will 10x, 10x your earnings. You'll go from 0.6 a day to, you can go up to like 6 point something depth per day. So definitely very beneficial to upgrade. And what's so special about the raffle that's been implemented, I'm just going to go through how it works right now, is, it's basically as for, I know for one, guys on abstract, they love their gambling games. They love to, to interact with protocols and try to win. So I think this is the very first on abstract where we have something where you can basically gamble, or you can basically, enter a raffle to win your upgrade, where there's 0 house edge. So essentially, the cost of an upgrade is 125 depth. Well, once 125 depth worth of tickets is sold, which is 25 tickets, somebody wins. So that's 0 house edge. So basically 125 depth worth of tickets, someone gets an upgrade. So yeah, again, 0 house edge, I think first of its kind on abstract, but that's actually not what's the most special thing about this. The most special thing about this is, and this is the part that I got from Crypto Mischief, is if you've bought enough tickets to have actually bought the upgrade, right? So if you've bought 25 tickets, which is, they're 5 depth per ticket. So 5 depth times 25 is 125. Once you've spent 125 depth on tickets, you get the upgrade for free. So essentially there's no losing. You can't lose, because the absolute worst case scenario for you is you pay, if you're really unlucky and you don't win after spending 125 depth, you're getting the upgrade, right? So yeah, basically the way that it works is you buy tickets. You can have up to any one user can have up to 5 tickets in a raffle. So it could take as few as 5 people entering the raffle for it to conclude. A winner will be drawn through automation. It happens, within a couple seconds. And as soon as a winner is drawn, the next raffle starts. So this is going to happen, hundreds of times a day, I think. So essentially, yeah, it's let's go down and look at some of the numbers. House edge 0%. 5 is the maximum amount of tickets you can get per round, but there should be a lot of rounds happening very quickly. This is the cool part, though, right? The economics. So a normal reef upgrade costs 125 depth. So, the expected cost via DeepDraw is going to be 62.5 depth, right? So that's, if your luck is like average, let's say. If the absolute worst case scenario, so if you lose every single time that you enter the draw, well, After you spend 125 depth, you're getting that upgrade for free. And of course, this is feeding our burning engine like everything else that we do. So it's basically, it's a no-brainer for a free user to try to win an upgrade. And, like I said, absolute worst case scenario, you end up paying 125 depth and you get the upgrade, which again, like everybody that's already upgraded has, I'm sure been really enjoying those extra rewards that they're getting from that upgrade. So that's how it works. Let's look at the interface for it. So I'm on a wallet right now that's on the free tier. So just to catch everybody's attention, right? Because a lot of the free users are going to be coming to claim their rewards. Well, now we got this on the dashboard, on the vault page. The deep draw, win an upgrade to Reef, 0 house edge, you can't lose. The reason why you can't lose is that, again, because once you spend 125 depth, you're getting the upgrade for free, which is the same as if you bought it anyways. Yeah, so we've got a comment on Abstract Chain. Got a couple comments. Reef tier has been rewarding. Depth is what Abstract needed. Yeah, really appreciate that. I think depth is exactly what Abstract needed. We're generating like crazy amount of transactions. We're doing exactly what the chain wants to see, and yeah, I think it's a great protocol all around. I got another comment. I upgraded from free tier, and I'm very happy about that decision and looking to upgrade more in the future. Yeah, I mean, everybody keeps diving as deep as they can, and everyone's really enjoying it. So another comment. This is so well thought out. If you win before 125 depth, you're a winner. If not, you just paid the actual price of 125 depth. 100%. That's the whole premise of it. You can't lose. You guys know me. I'm a fair guy. I want everybody to win. And I think that, having more people upgrade and realize the benefits of upgrading, it's going to get them doing sacrifices. It's going to get them upgrading more. Once you become a paid user and you start seeing those better rewards, it's something that you're going to want to keep diving deeper and deeper. We got another comment here. Show the amount in dollar you get for upgrading for 2 years. Yeah, there's a lot of extra stats we can show here. It's, I'm just kind of concerned that it's already getting kind of cluttered. It's when you throw too many stats at someone, it can get overwhelming. So Nick had a similar idea about showing the dollar amounts and how much extra you're going to earn with the upgrade. So we'll see if we can figure out a way to fit that in without making it overly cluttered. Let's grab some comments from the other channels. Great move. Everyone wins. Yep. 100%. Upgrade for $2. Yep. Not losing for once sounds great. So just real quick. Comment from Abstract. Portal. No, I meant explain, not show permanently. So I think we can do that here. So do we have an exact calculation for that somewhere? Well, anyways, your earnings can go from 27 cents a day to 239 per day. Another comment on Abstract Portal. How much will you think depth will be worth in the next week, honestly? I mean, I can't really give price predictions. All I can do is, build the most bullish things that makes people want to jump in and, want to jump in hard. And I think that's exactly what I'm doing. I think, this release is going to be massive. And I think the second thing I'm going to mention, the big second alpha drop, is also going to be huge. So, all I can do is everything in my power to make people want to participate, want to jump in. So I'm very bullish on the whole ecosystem, GBlue, ETHLP, depth, just incredibly bullish on all of it. So, while I can't give a price prediction, I'm extremely bullish on the whole ecosystem. Another quick comment from Abstract Portal, and I'll get back to answering some on the main channels here. Is this only for the free to first pay level? So right now, as we just introduced it, it's only for that first tier, but the smart contract and everything's been designed to allow me to add other tiers as well in the future. So once we enable other tiers, it's going to work in a very similar way. It's going to be 25 tickets still, but the cost of entering the raffle is going to be more expensive. So it's going to be like 1/25th of the price of the upgrade is what it's going to cost. So we'll probably enable it for, we'll probably run it like this for a few days, just make sure everything's running smooth. And then we'll start enabling some other tier upgrade raffles. Another comment here, why we cannot swap on abstract directly as well. Sorry. So I've actually noticed that if you just set your slippage high enough, it will work. It's because the token has a tax. So because the token has a tax, with default slippage, it doesn't work. If you swap on our website, we automatically factor in the tax. If you swap on a Borean, it detects that you're using depth or you're swapping to or from depth, and it will automatically adjust your slippage there. So yeah, so I mean, if you insist on doing it through the portal, just make sure you set your slippage to like 7 or 8% just to be safe, and you should be able to get a quote and swap on the portal. So let's get back to some comments here. There won't be any problems if there are 100 people buying tickets at the same time. I mean, it's going to be a first come, first serve. As soon as it hits 25, it's going to draw a winner, and then it's going to start over again. So, I mean, there might be a huge rush of participants right this moment, but I think that, once the first couple minutes is over, I think it shouldn't be a problem of, just, you might have to wait to get into a raffle if it's just, going really crazy, but love the idea. Top work. May have to start a new wallet. This is brilliant, Aaron. Appreciate that. Aaron, please teach me how to swim. I keep on getting deeper and deeper. Man, you're deep enough that the pressure down there is going to kill you, bro. You gotta be in a submersible down there. You get crushed at those depths. Always talk to Richie when it comes to degen stuff. He's the GOAT. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, once I remembered that idea of his, because it was for his shitcoin NFT collection, and he had a way that you could win the NFT, but once you spent a certain amount of money on the raffle, you just got the NFT. So yeah, it was an incredible idea. I think this is a great way that we can get a lot of our free users to start trying to get that upgrade. Buy now before the drop. I have no idea what's coming, but it's probably good. Great alpha. The Ralph is going to send everyone deeper and deeper in depth. 100%. Let's go. So is this upgrade only from 0 to reef? For right now, it is. We are going to enable more raffles in the future. So yeah, let's get into how it looks and how it works. So for anyone that's in the free tier, and again, I'm on a wallet right now that is in the free tier. You'll see here the DeepDraw win upgrade to reef, 0 house edge, you can't lose. So here we are. Let me just see what's going on here. Oh yeah, so this is just people are already using this. So okay, I guess it's working smoothly. We're already 12 tickets sold. Yeah, so basically the way this works, and I'm zoomed in here, you guys won't see it quite this zoomed if you just go regularly. But yeah, it just kind of tells you what this is about. And essentially you can buy up to 5 tickets. Ticket price is 5 depth, and it shows your lifetime total. So once you've hit 25 entries, you will just have a voucher where you can just submit a transaction and you'll get that upgrade for free. So, it's pretty straightforward. I'll just buy a couple entries right now. There we go. I've got 4 entries now. And it's as simple as that. And 8 entries still open in the current round. It's keeping track of my lifetime entries, although I guess I need to refresh to update that. Okay. Yeah, I'll fix that so it updates as soon as you make a purchase. But yeah, so I mean, it's pretty straightforward. 1 round, 1 winner, 1 guaranteed fallback. Overall, I think this is incredibly bullish. And again, if you look at the economics of this, and again, this is all in the docs. Absolute worst case scenario, you're paying the same as what the upgrade would have cost, but on average, you'll typically get it for about half the price. And if you're really lucky, I mean, maybe you get it on your first ticket. So, I mean, what some free users can do, I mean, you can really just, accumulate some depth and use that depth that you accumulated for free to enter the raffle. I'm sure some people are going to do that, and that's going to be less sell pressure on depth, which is great. So, very bullish stuff all across the board. Anybody have any questions on this or how it works? And yeah, we will be adding additional tiers to this probably in the next few days. But I think the really important one is to get users from the free tier into a higher tier. So that's why we started with the with this tier. Where to ask questions? Right here, man. Send your questions, bro. I mean, if you want to ask a question afterwards, you can find us in Telegram. But during the stream, feel free to ask away. You can use the bonus to get depth and play on discount. You can use the bonus to get depth and play on discount. You mean like the bonding? Yeah, you can. I mean, you can definitely use bonding to get depth, and depth can be used for anything. You can use depth to buy tickets. So definitely. Any thoughts on being able to borrow against our future depth yield? Interesting. Something I didn't really think about. I mean, the thing is that like because the future price of depth is unknown, there's a little bit of risk involved with that, but it's something that we can explore. Interesting that you brought that up, though. It's something that I'll jot down and maybe see if there's something that we can do with that. Yeah, I figured you were talking about bonds there. It looks very clean and clear. Basically using a Borean lending and then future depth yield to pay down the debt. Yeah, I'm not sure that we'll integrate with the Borean lending, but you know, I'm very familiar with lending protocols. I mean, for you guys that know the ecosystem, we have you know, we already have a way that you can leverage your GBlue ETH vault positions to borrow against those. So, you know, I'm on the multi-sig right now, so you can see I've supplied USDC on this wallet. But yeah, I mean, here you can deposit GBlue ETH vault positions and borrow out USDC against it. So definitely a big fan of borrowing, and we'll see what we can do with depth related to borrowing. You know, one thing, another, you know, this is kind of a little bit off topic, but you know, another people have been talking about, you know, what about a depth GBlue, you know, gauge or something like that. You know, we could potentially have lending against LPs. That's something that we could do as well. So is the first round filled? Let's take a look. Nope. Not quite filled yet. And because this is the very first round, I mean, I've not, you know, I'm pretty confident in the automation that I have running, but there is a small off chance that there's going to be something that doesn't go perfectly right. You know, it's a live stream, so you guys that know me know my stuff usually works flawlessly the first time around. But I mean, if for any reason this doesn't trigger right away, I'll definitely check into it right away. But yeah, as soon as that hits 25, every 2 seconds, I got the automation checking for if a round's completed, and then it's going to calculate the winner off chain fully randomly, and basically submit a transaction to the contract with the winner. So should be exciting to see. I think you know, I'm sure it'll fill before the AMA is over. We're already almost there. So yeah, I mean, if you guys have any more questions about this, feel free to drop them in. I'm going to move on to the next major alpha. So let me see. So we started with 2 million depth. That was the initial mint. Right at launch, when the token launched, we put, I think it was 860,000 depth into the initial LP. We've been adding continuously to the LP since then. Actually, let's take a quick look at our LPs. So on depth GBlue, we've got, you know, $266,000, and we've got 336,000 depth in here and 13,000 some odd GBlue. This is the LP that started with 840 or 860,000 depth. I forget exactly which one, but we've added to this LP since that initial launch, and we also have our USDC LP, which has 85,000 depth and 33,000 USDC in it, and this one we've been adding to continuously as well, and we're going to keep adding to the LPs. But and for again, as most of you probably know, we also have bonding where you can get discounted depth. Let me show that to you guys real quick. So right now we've got 2 bonding markets. You could find these at gbluebonds.com. Actually, we also have, if anybody doesn't want to remember that, if you go to the swap page, we have a link here to view bonds. So if you ever want to see what kind of discounts are available, there's also commands you can use with our bot and Telegram, or you can just open up our Telegram mini app with the bot and you can see all the details about the bonds. So there's a lot of places to get that info. But you can pick up depth for a 12% discount right now with USDC. You just need to wait 2 days to be able to claim it. So that's that's basically the vesting period for getting that discounted depth. The reason I was talking about that is because that depth is coming from the Treasury. So, and all this buildup was for a reason, obviously. So we started with 2 million depth. We put about, I'd say we put over 1 million depth in total into liquidity. We've sold probably, I should have probably had these numbers fully figured out. I just got my first tip ever on Abstract Portal. Let's go. Mr. Gold Digger tipped 31.17 depth. Let's go. I've never had a tip before on the Abstract Portal. So that's the first for me. I'm going to remember that, Mr. Gold Digger. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Awesome. Won the first one. There you go. Wicked stuff. So let's see what that's looking like now. So now round 2 is ready to go. Will depth have a gauge to vote on a Borean? On the fence about it, but possibly. I mean, like the protocol owns all the liquidity right now, right? So, I mean, if we had a gauge on a Borean, it would give another use case to depth. But the protocol would be, absorbing a lot of those rewards. So we'll see about that. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe an auto compounding vault for G blue depth would be a smart thing to have, and we could potentially have borrowing against that. So a lot of stuff we can do there. But I'm not going to comment on that one with a definitive answer quite yet. Oh wow, it's got another tip. 47.5 depth. It's like over $20. Let's go. You guys are going to get me retiring with these donations. Awesome stuff, man. Thanks. I really, really, really appreciate those donations. And I must be doing something right this AMA. I've never had a donation before, and now I just got two nice ones in. All right. So I keep giving you guys a lot of buildup, but I'm not giving you the alpha yet. So anyways, I'd say about 1 million depth has been put into liquidity. We've probably sold 150 to 200,000 depth via bonding. I can get you guys an exact number for that after. I should have had that ready for the AMA. I apologize. But that has also left a lot of depth in the Treasury. And, Nick had been hinting towards, depth getting more scarce. And, I don't want to release all of that depth. The Treasury's got, let's actually go take a look at that right now. Holders of depth. So the top holders, the Treasury, it's got 823,000 depth. That's too much depth. We don't need to bond all that out. We can bond out a little bit of that, but we don't need to bond all that out. So what we're going to do is we are setting up a burn schedule from the Treasury, and we're going to do our very first Treasury burn right now, right live on stream. So let's jump into that right now. Let me just switch wallets to one that has access to control this multi-sig. And we are going to burn 50,000 tokens right now. And we're going to burn 50,000 tokens every single week until the initial allocation that was provided to the Treasury is at 0. So we are going to keep burning until the Treasury is basically out of depth. So I've already set this transaction up just so you guys didn't have to watch all the boring stuff of going through and setting that up. But let's go ahead and execute this. So what is that? Over $20,000 worth, somewhere around there. Let's take a look at that on the Explorer. And that's from the Treasury to the null address, 50,000 depth burned. And that's going to happen every single week until the Treasury has no more depth. So depth is definitely getting scarce. Nick was not joking around. Nick, Mr. Soon. Well, we delivered on that. This is the secret. Yeah. Make us rich, Aaron. That's the plan, man. You know, I've said it ever since my, my first project, Bomb Money 5 years ago. I said, I don't want to get rich. I want the whole community to get rich. I want to, I want everybody to get rich together. And that's always been my goal. Got a bunch of Tengu's burning emojis in the abstract portal. Love to see it. Love to see it. So yeah, we're gonna keep burning once a week, 50,000 depth. So the bonding, it's not going to go on forever. There's going to become a point where we don't have any more tokens left to bond. So yeah, so definitely pick up your depth, dive deep. When you see a discount on the bonds, pick them up because it's not going to be around forever. When soon? Our soons come pretty soon, man. So we'll see. Lambos for everyone, 100%. What happened when all depth is in the depth souls? So the depth positions, when you claim rewards, those are actually minted. So if we go back to the stats on the homepage, so when you see emissions here, so that's why we started with 2 million depth, and wow, oh, I forgot that I just burned 50,000 depth. I'm like somebody just did some heavy upgrade, and we just the total supply just went down like crazy. No, that's because we did just burn 50,000 depth. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, so the burn total is at 785,000 depth right now, and we've had 270,000 depth worth of emissions. So NFTs will keep paying forever. We do have some controls that we can, some levers that we can pull in terms of the health of the protocol, so we can throttle things back if it becomes necessary. I don't think that's going to be the case, especially not anytime soon. But yeah, I mean, there's never going to be a problem of depth getting paid out, because it's just built into the smart contracts that it gets minted for rewards. So yeah, very pumped about that. Depth is definitely getting scarce. Definitely, pick up your bonds while they're still available. Pick up your depth on the open market, while the price is where it's at, because I think that we have a huge runway ahead of us. And as you guys in the Telegram have seen, I've been buying quite a bit of G Blue from the Treasury. Buying G Blue is bullish for the whole ecosystem. The majority of depth liquidity is with G Blue. So, G Blue going up 5% is basically depth going up 5%. I mean, not fully, just because there is that other USDC LP, but, almost, just because the depth G Blue LP is far larger than the depth USDC. Millions, he gets it. This is huge, guys. Yeah, this is massive. So 2 monster alpha drops for you guys. So still got more for you guys, though. Let's talk about what's next. Oh man, didn't even take a sip of that yet. Almost spilled that all over myself. All right, a week is gone before you know. Yeah, we'll be burning another 50,000 in no time. So need ETH to get off its ass now. Yep, it's I can't wait till ETH is pushing new all-time highs. I think it's going to happen sometime this year. I mean, I don't think we're going to be in an extended bear market here. So I think ETH is going to really help out the whole ecosystem. Not sure when, but hope it happens soon. But, just the fact that we're doing as well as we are in these conditions, I think it says a lot. Trending top 2 again, and again, with the bias that Dex Screener has towards those Moonit launches, like the Absters and, some of the other ones, it's really super incredible, being able to have both of our ecosystem tokens trending number 1 and 2, not just on one Dex, but across the entire chain. So crazy stuff, guys, crazy stuff. So what's next? So a lot of you guys have been asking for XP. We are still in very active discussions with Abstract. Nick is bugging them on a regular basis. They're really busy. They're pretty, spread pretty thin. So Nick is definitely keeping on top of it. And I expect that to happen hopefully very soon. We keep pushing for answers related to that. And, I think it's something that we're going to see in the near future. So I'm sure we're going to see it at some point. I'm just not sure exactly what the time frame is on it, but we are definitely pushing to have that happen as soon as we possibly can. And obviously the portal listing as well for the depth Soul project. The other thing that's going to be coming soon is, I already mentioned this, but the DeepDraw is going to expand to other tiers. So you're going to be able to try to earn an upgrade even if you're already out of that first tier. Give us a depth badge. Yeah, I mean, you know what? And especially now that we have the raffle, or the DeepDraw, that's because it's the first upgrade is like what it costs like $60 or so right now. So now that we have something that's much cheaper, I think a badge could make a lot more sense because the cost to enter the raffle, like for example, maybe the requirements, you have to just buy one ticket in the raffle, right? So it could be a very cheap way for people to be able to earn a badge. So I think that kind of hits the abstract criteria a lot better than saying, oh, somebody has to spend $60 to get a badge. If I could share GIFs, I would share the Keck GIF. Yeah, we need these streaming platforms to step up their games. Can I get an upgrade to the last tier? I don't know if we'll ever have raffles for that, but you never know. You never know. Those tickets would be pretty expensive. Yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much all I've got for our own ecosystem updates. I do have some other news. I've already shared this actually in the whale group, but I do want to share with all of the viewers here. I have stepped away from the Aborian team. I'm no longer part of the Aborian team. I'm not going to get into too many of the details there, just some differences that we couldn't resolve. So, I wish the Aborian team the best, and I am going to be, 100% focused on our own ecosystems, left on good terms, still good buddies with the whole team there. So, wish them the very best moving forward. But yeah, I am no longer part of that core team. So just thought I'd let you guys all know that for full transparency. And yeah, so there's that. And that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Anybody have any questions about anything that we talked about today? Are you going to say something about ABX? I got to be careful what I say about it, right? Like it's, I'm not on the team anymore, so I can't vouch for it the same way that I did in the past. Maybe I'll just leave it at that and you can draw your own conclusions about it. Yeah. Yeah. So in abstract portals, just someone said he just said, just do your own research. Yeah. So in terms of ABX, I'm not actively vouching for it like I was in the past. Do your own research about it. If it's something that you want to get involved in, that's up to you. I can definitely vouch for my own projects and tell you guys I'm going to be plugging away as hard as I need to be plugging away to keep the momentum up. The exposure that we got from that perk from the abstract portal is absolutely incredible. I strongly believe no amount of money in marketing would have got us that much awareness. So we're going to deal with the bot problem. It's not a major problem, but we are going to deal with it. And we're going to take as much advantage of the fact that we have so many users right now that are active in the ecosystem. Oh, the tough questions are coming. Let's answer the easy questions first. G Blue Vault position is outperforming the Aborian position anyway, moving my LP over to Vault. That's actually, I've moved all my positions and I've moved the protocol positions over to the Vault. So I think that's a really strong move. Is ABX still a safe investment? I don't want to say anything negative, so I'm just going to say do your own research. Got a comment over on Abstract Portal. Thanks for AMA. I do believe in this project. Great work. Yeah, we're going to keep doing everything that we need to do to make this thing, the best that it possibly can be. And, you guys are all super early. Depth is less than a month old. G Blue is, it's a little bit older than that, but, we're going to keep killing it. It's all, they both compound on each other and, super excited about the future for all everything that we got going on in the ecosystem. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got for you guys for today. Can definitely keep the AMA going for a little longer to see if any other questions come in. How can I move my tokens from Aborian vaults to the G Blue vaults? So the easiest way to do that would be on the G Blue site. So I don't have a position in the gauge right now, but so if you're in the regular LP gauge, what you can do is you can withdraw your LP here, and then the LP tokens will get into your wallet. And once the LP tokens are in your wallet, you can head over to the vault page. And I just happen to be connected with the multi-sig right now, so you can see, you know, this position we just started building just in the last week or two. It's already up to $35,000. But you can just go ahead here and you can just deposit your LP right here. And again, this is basically, it's the exact same thing as the regular LP gauge. The only exception is that oh, sorry guys. I was showing you stuff without the screen. My mistake. Let me rewind a little bit here. So you can just go over to gblue.xyz. On the earn page, this is where you can see your LP position if it's in the gauge. So even if you've never used gblue.xyz before, if you're in the gblue ETH LP and you're staked into a Borean, then essentially you'll see your position right here and you'll be able to withdraw your LP. You could also just go to a Borean and go to unstake. That's going to do the exact same thing. And once the LP tokens are in your wallet, then you can just head over to the vault and you can deposit your LP tokens here. And I don't know, just for fun, like maybe we should zap in 1 ETH to this right now. Sounds like probably a pretty good idea. It's not. Oh. Okay, I'll do it after. Just trying to do something fun for you guys, but didn't really set that up properly yet. Team is on fire. Appreciate the hard work. Makes it easy to make bullish DeFi content. Awesome, man. Yeah, I'm loving the content, man. Every time you share that content in our TG and on X, we're pushing that as hard as we can because we appreciate it like you wouldn't believe, man. We are early divers. Yep, and thanks for mentioning no screen there. You saved me from continuing to talk without showing what I was talking about. So thanks a lot for that. Depth gblue LP in the vault would add constant buy pressure and an additional use case. Yeah, I mean, I think right now it's buying like 35 or 40 bucks every time it compounds. So that's going to only increase. We've got huge rewards on the gauge this epoch. So I expect the APR to go up. Great work, mate. Happy to be part of the protocol. We're happy to have you, man. Happy to have everyone that's here. We like what you're doing. Keep it up. Link, please, for the bond page. It's well, again, so if you ever want to find it, just go to the swap page and it's right at the very top. So on depthsoul.com, you can find it there. But it's also just gbluebonds.com. I'll throw that into the chat for you guys. And let me grab some questions from Abstract Portal. How do you plan to not do the same mistake like Bitcoin? Bitcoin, not Bitcoin. You know what? I wasn't in Abstract around when Bitcoin launched, so I'm not really sure what you're referring to. But I mean, I've had a lot of experience with these types of protocols, and you know, we're doing everything that we can to give additional use cases, to have burns, and you know, there's the more use cases that we can provide. You know, we just need to ensure that the demand for the token, or you know, give you guys something better to do with the token than to sell it. And I've got a couple like really stellar ideas already planned for that. Some of them I've, you know, kind of touched on lightly, but other ideas that are going to be implemented I haven't mentioned yet because I got to save some alpha for other AMAs. So another question from the Abstract Portal: will there be a recording of this? Yep, there's always recordings. On YouTube is probably the easiest way to find them, or I think on X it's recorded as well. But if you go to our YouTube channel, or you can just go to any, like in all of our posts, we link to the YouTube AMA. So if you just use that same link, you'll be able to play it back. How do you plan to attract investors properly, not small one with Raffle on the project? I mean, we're already doing a pretty good job of that, I think, right? Like, I think as more and more people are starting to see what happens when you start to upgrade, you know, people start to upgrade more and more and more, right? Like if you're in RTG, you'll see every time somebody upgrades, and we're having some people that got in super early that are just starting to upgrade now, right? Like NFTs that are ID like under 100, they're starting to upgrade now. right? We're having guys that just minted going deep and upgrading hard, right? So it's, it's something where we got to just, I think the big thing is that once you get your feet wet, you know, uh, funny reference to depth and water, but once you get the feel for higher earnings, you want to keep striving to get more and more earnings. And a lot of people have noticed that, and that's why we do have some of these higher tiers are fairly expensive to get into. We've got 17 in Abyssal, we've got 22 in Bathial, however you say that. We got 29 in Midnight, 42 in Twilight. We're getting a lot of guys are upgrading to these higher tiers already, and I think that it's only going to accelerate. If I keep smashing the raid bot, will it increase the VIP points? Unfortunately, no, we don't have that tied into the Telegram bot. I'm not sure if we can do that, but that's actually an interesting idea. Or maybe we should just integrate raids into our own Telegram bot. Then we could definitely do that. I'm going to write that down. Although, making a raid bot's not the easiest thing, but I guess everything's pretty easy nowadays with AI. But integrate raids into Telegram's bot score. Let me see what I can do about that. These 2 massive alpha drops will give a lot of green candles, and that creates more deep divers. Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. Let's grab these last couple questions on Abstract Portal. Well done, bro. We all believe in you and in your project. Burn, baby, burn. Let's deepen hard. Let's go. Oh, then we got a duplicate question over on Abstract Portal that I already answered about Bitcoin. And then we got a comment. I went to Bathial tier. Let's see how it goes, bro. Good luck. Awesome, man. That's awesome. You're in the top 0.4%. So very well done. I think you'll have some company there soon, but maybe by then you'll be even deeper. So, and also, hey guys, one thing you can do is you can hit this tweet button, and this will open up X. I'm not sure which wallet I'm on right now, but this will open up X, and it will say, hey, I'm ranked number 133 of 11,102 on the deepest dive depth soul leaderboard. Spread the word, right? Show off, your position. Actually, you know what? I got a little more alpha, I guess I can share that I just remembered. I've been so busy. I was on a trip for like 4 or 5 days last week, so I didn't get to finish this feature fully. But what's my NFT ID? Let me see real quick. I'm number 177. All right. So is it Soul 177? So this is not done yet, but I'm working on a page that's dedicated for every depth soul. So what you can do with that is one of the big focuses of this, and again, it's not done yet. I'm going to make this a lot nicer, a lot better looking. That's why I haven't released it yet. But one cool thing about this is if I pop over to my X, I just close this. Let me just delete this. Said delete this. If I paste this, mine don't make me look stupid. Well, there's supposed to be a preview that's coming up. I might have to double check that. But basically, like being able to share your like position to kind of like show it off, to like link to it, that we could tie in like other use cases or other like features or other things that you can do with your position in the future, that maybe we could even implement some kind of referral system of some sort. And a lot of that could stem from, this page that's like the page specific to your position itself. Like, I don't know, like maybe that one just doesn't like working. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll have to check on that, but it should be coming up with a nice preview that shows like a picture of your actual position. I don't know. I thought I had that working. Maybe something I did. Maybe X is just not wanting to show previews today. Maybe the site's just getting overloaded because everybody's trying to enter the raffle and win that upgrade. So, but yeah, that's something that's going to be coming pretty soon. You'll be able to share, and I think that'll be pretty cool if you can, tweet from the leaderboard or tweet from. Did I put somewhere? There we go. We got a little preview. Yeah, and this preview, it looks better if it's not on X. On other previews, it'll be like the full height and actually show like your full NFT. So, and of course, this links right over to this page where you can show off your position. So, this is nothing crazy, but just like, I think the more ways people can share their position and kind of show off what they're earning, what their NFT looks like. I mean, something else that we can do too is we can, right now all the NFTs look the same. We can have it so that people that have like depth resonance, maybe we have some kind of extra effect on the NFT, or we can add some kind of random aspect to the NFT, or maybe people can pay depth to alter the look of their NFT. All of these things are possible for us, right? And like, the easier that we make it to share the NFT so that people can see, see exactly what it looks like. I've already seen a lot of people have updated their profile pictures on Telegram with their NFTs because they're so proud of how deep they've dove. I can't speak today. How deep they've dove in depth. So a little bit of a tongue twister there. But so we can, there's a lot of things we can do in regards to that. I don't know if people would be willing to pay a little bit of depth to customize how their NFT looks. There could even be some randomization to it where like, maybe there's some like super rare effect that you can add to your NFT, but you have to keep, trying for it to get it, right? So you have to keep putting in depth until you get that one that you're looking for. And, it kind of really gamifies it. And, it's going to be a great way to burn a lot of depth and get, a lot more demand on depth. Again, just some of the ideas that, that we've got cooking, and, we got some really special stuff coming up. Paying depth to personalize, customized NFT is a great idea. Yeah, I think so as well. So we'll make that happen sometime in the near future. 6 to 12 month plan for non-vault depth utility plus target circulating supply. I mean, that's a great question, right? Like there's so many unknowns, right? Like, I mean, for me, I always like to focus on like, let's drive as much activity as we can. Let's get, we already have a huge user base. Let's take advantage of that. Let's get our users upgrading. Let's get people racing to get down to that bottom tier, right? Let's, the better we can execute on that, the lower the circulating supply is going to be, because we're just going to have more and more depth getting burned. So, I'd love for the circulating supply to, stay under 2 million. If, that's the goal, is just to get as much utility and as many burns going as we possibly can. We're off to a great start. We've already had like 800,000 depth burned almost. And we're going to keep burning 50,000 depth per week until the treasury's out of depth. And we're going to keep giving guys reasons to burn their depth. And, that's starting today with the raffle. And really excited to share with you guys what's going to be coming next. Wow, our viewer count's through the roof. We got 243 people watching. I think that's the highest we've had in quite a while. So welcome everyone. And for anyone that just joined in just recently, we had a super crazy alpha AMA today, but we've already covered most of it and we're about to conclude here. So definitely recommend watching it back. I think on X you can do that. You can definitely do that on our YouTube channel. Where are the tier upgrade raffle winners announced? So that's something that if you're a winner, it's going to show you on the vault page. It's going to show you if you're a winner. Oh, this is not a tier 0. Let me switch wallets real quick. So you'll see here, you'll be able to upgrade here if you win. But I'm also going to add something to this page where it's going to show all the winners at the bottom. I have to add that to our subgraph to track it. So that's something that you guys can expect probably in the next day or so. It'll show like all the different raffles and who won them. So definitely that will be coming up soon. But I mean, right now it's all available on chain. But yeah, Red Hartman, he's always saying the things that I forget. Smash that like, smash. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Twitch, hit me with a subscribe, if that's what they call it there, or a follow, I think it is. We got a good morning from the abstract portal. Good morning, my friend. All right, guys, we'll go ahead. Let's get to, let's get to round, 15, 20 today. I think we can do it. It's, only takes 25 entries to finish a round. So let's see how many rounds we can get through, and I'll get that list of rounds and winners up there very soon. Is there going to be language channels and stuff? What do you mean exactly? Like in our Telegram? Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about Telegram, I don't see any reason why we couldn't add more topics with different languages. In terms of the website, I think it's it's pretty easy to just convert the website into your language, just like with the tools that the browser gives you. So I don't think we'll be making any changes to the website, but yeah, I mean, if there's big demand for other languages for chatting in Telegram, I'm more than happy to add those topics. Dive deep in depth. Dive as deep as you can. That's how you get the big rewards. And you're going to want to be able to earn as much depth as you can for what we got coming in the future. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Oh, that's not what I was looking for. Hope you guys enjoyed that AMA. I hope it lived up to the hype. I think it did. Got huge things going on in the ecosystem. And again, now I've got 100% of my time to focus on our own ecosystem, and very bullish stuff. So, and over 250 people watching right now. So thanks everyone for joining in. And, definitely make sure to catch our next AMA. I'll try to keep the alpha coming, as hard as we're able to deliver it today. So everybody, enjoy the rest of your day. Dive deep, try out the raffle. Let me know what you guys think of it. And I'll see you guys in the Telegram. And again, real quick, 500 points with the Telegram bot gets you to the whale group. Alpha gets dropped there first before anywhere else. So if you want to hear the alpha before anybody else, just get your TG bot score up to 500 and you can enter the whale group. One word, bullish. Yes, millions. We got Wolf on Abstract Portal. Great alpha. Raffles is a genius play. Yeah, I think it's spectacular. I think, I've seen a lot of guys in Abstract complain about, the return to players too low on this game, is too low on that game. Well, we have a zero house edge and it's impossible to lose. So it's going to be a change for, from what people are used to. Definitely a must-see AMA. Get yourselves into the whale group, guys. 100%. Good times ahead. Let's go, boys and girls. Let's get this raffle sold out. Strong AMA, Aaron. I'm going to keep them coming. Hey, what's up? Getting comments from all of our streaming channels. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, so I mean, as everybody else here is saying, must see AMA. If you're just joining in now, make sure you watch it back. The alpha started dropping probably about 15 or 20 minutes in, but I'd recommend watching the AMA in its entirety. A lot of great stuff was discussed. So you guys know how to reach me. I'm always on TG, or hit me up on X, hit me up wherever, and I'm always available to help or to discuss, listen to your ideas. Always open to hearing what you guys think and open for feedback. So I'll see you guys around the community. Have a great day, guys.